Get the tippy taps. There was a lot of fuzz on that one.
Right?
I was a little worried. Oh man, you're going for the long stream this time, huh?
Right.
That was quite the powerful stream.
Hello, everyone.
Howdy.
And I know that you're excited for the new episode of the DCOM podcast.
Welcome.
So we watched Teen Beach 2.
Teen Beach the Deuce.
I don't like that name.
You don't like it?
I don't like how the first movie is called Teen Beach Movie, and then the second movie is called Teen Beach 2.
I just think they didn't want to say Teen Beach Movie 2. Because I don't, like, the decision to include where they come to the real world was made, like, after they finished the script. Or started filming, and they're like, you know what? Maybe we could franchise. This Descendants did it. Why the fuck can't we do it?
Well, this was before Descendants.
Oh, fuck. You're right.
They were like, we made a Camp Rock 2.
Maybe we can get Teen Beach 2.
Yeah.
We love this boy from Austin and Alley.
I think it should have been called Teen Beach 2, the movie.
You just wanted movie in the title.
It's
to make
in the title in the first one. You have to include it.
See, because when you call something Teen Beach Movie,
you
put that as the title, not expecting to make a second one.
But then they put in the teaser, which ended up being a lie.
Yeah.
So are we under the agreement that Teen Beach 2 fucking sucked?
It wasn't good.
I didn't like it. Just
full stop.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I would almost say this was less enjoyable than Starstruck.
Wow. Really? The characters themselves weren't enough to pull it out compared to Starstruck?
They're so unrecognizable from the first movie.
Yeah, I mean...
Like, I hated the... Brady and Mac are unrecognizable.
They're different. They're completely different.
They're just new characters. And so is Tanner. And that's not to say that Tanner isn't fun, but he's fundamentally not the same character.
They turned the dum-dum, like,
to the point where I'm like, I don't actually think outside of like some sequences where I am laughing at the joke, he's not an enjoyable character.
I thought he was silly. Like, I mean, he's he's silly, and that's just the point of him.
Yeah, but like now they've regressed him more.
Yeah, and then
he's less of a character.
And they tried to run it back with him having that like serious conversation.
And it's just not working. It's just not. I don't care. I don't care. Like, the movie's about Layla, but she already had a thing in the first. But she already had an. That's the problem with this movie.
Yeah, they redid her thing again.
It's like, but they ran back everyone because they also ran back the relationship with the two main characters, and I just like, this is done. So we're doing the same movie again, but worse. Yeah,
there's conflict with them, but then we completely forget there's conflict because Tanner and Layla have things going on that the main characters have to fix.
I almost think it would have been better if like Tanner and Layla came to the real world and they don't have arcs. They're just together. Yeah. And it's like they have to like, oh, what's like, actually make it a time skip. Yeah. Make it like a year later. It's the next summer. And like Brady and Mac.
Did you want to call him Branch?
I wanted to call him Brent.
any character with B and whose name you can't remember becomes Brent.
Yeah, so God, what did I call them during the movie? Uptight and Frosted Flakes.
Yeah, Uptight and Frosted Flakes.
Uptight and Frosted Flakes. Like, you should have like made it to where they were just having like a bump in their relationship, and then Layla and Tanner remind them why they liked each other. Like, just make it clean and simple.
And you could have simple and clean. Even.
No, clean and simple.
And you could have shaved 20 minutes off the movie.
Right. Oh my god. Why is this movie an hour and 50 minutes? I hate that these movies are like
this. We had to get that feature length.
I hate that these movies are like this.
They have the audacity to disrespect my time like this.
They really do. These movies are bad. Sheesh. I don't like them.
And as a bonus, we found some basically lost footage of a show from Disney Channel from 1999 called So Weird.
I love X-Files for kids.
X-Files for kids. We watched the first episode. That shit was banging.
It's lit.
That was great.
That opening played, and I was like, oh, this is just archaic enough for me. And the show starts, and I'm like, wait, it actually has some pretty good like kids horror elements.
Yeah, like actually pause this video, go open Disney Plus, and watch the first episode.
Yeah, or at least just watch the opening.
Yeah, the opening sets the tone. If the opening doesn't pull you in, then I don't know what else will. Like
you're just a bad person.
You're just a terrible. You have bad taste.
And you know, if you do not like that, go open the Disney Channel original movie section and watch Starstruck. It's just for you.
Oh my god, yeah, yeah. If you don't like So Weird, you'll love Starstruck because
well, we have to make a tier list of the Nikon musicals.
I think we will once we're done.
We'll have a stream.
I think we're gonna have to though. Well, let's find one that has all of them listed just to make sure we don't miss anything.
Mm-hmm.
Just because, you know, we're not, we're not super experts, but we're...
I don't like using tier list maker. I'd probably, like, make one myself.
Okay. Okay, that'll work.
Maybe just use that.
Yeah, that'll work. We could do that. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get there. But
we'll get there, everyone.
Tune in next week for the DCOM podcast. Thanks, everyone, for watching.
Yes.
Anyway, what were we doing?
So we hung out with the Sable.
Yeah.
He was like, rah.
Did we learn his name?
No.
Okay.
He was like, rah.
Yeah, he was like, rah.
And he was like a little high. We got this high Sable.
Was he high or does he just like, is that just how he smokes? Does he just smoke like tobacco?
Well, like, I would consider that still like high, right? You can get like a little bit.
I mean, there's like a nicotine buzz that you get like from smoking tobacco.
Yeah, no, like I'm pretty sure if I remember right, like he gets a little buzzed.
Okay.
Like,
that's the thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because his personality's a little different.
He was smoking
he's not smoking.
Smoking his opiates.
Yeah. So we finally like looked out. You know, Willem is chasing after us.
Oh yeah, he's out here.
He's on the prowl.
He really is. He's looking around.
Is what it is.
Hunting for the booty, if you will.
I look around. No William.
Oh shit.
I sigh with relief, feeling a kick of relief. Oh, okay, and even happiness in my chest. I would have been It would have been terrible to get caught in there. Not only for myself, but for the men in there too. I look at my paws, happy that they work, and deciding to ask Nick about that man. Maybe that the badger needs to be more careful himself. I am walking between the buildings toward the road and to the mines when I realize that I'm not feeling normal. I'm happy, and there's this feeling like I'm floating a little. Most of the worry I've had is gone.
Oh, he got a little bit of a high just from inhaling the smoke.
Yeah.
Damn.
A little strong.
Quite strong, jeez.
Strong stuff.
Woo, boy. Woo, boy.
He's gonna start skipping down the road.
I bet he will.
Yeah.
He's nice and happy now.
I
don't know. Don't ask. Move on.
Oh, I'm asking.
Move on.
I'm actually looking forward to seeing Nick. I smirk, shaking my head, wondering how the hell I'm feeling this different when I didn't even touch the pipe. Maybe after this, I can go back and ask a bit more about it. I walk boldly through the sagebrush, full of ticks, only slowing my pace a little when I remember that I gotta look out for and listen for rattlers. Before I know it, I'm next to the hillside where the mine is, and I stand there, a paws on my hips as I stare up at the rocky slope with a grin. I scan the terrain until I see that outcropping of the boulders.
He said, I can climb that.
I can do that! It's easy to recognize, their shapes having been burned into my mind.
Man, let me tell you something. Audience, whoever is listening, if you like to rock climb, like if you go to like rock climbing gyms, if you do bouldering and shit, that's awesome. That's great for you. Answer me this: what's it like for that to be your whole personality? Because like this one guy I interact with, like
that's what he does.
Every week, like
I just went rock climbing, man.
Well, like no, like we were this was at orchestra practice,
yeah.
and the choir director was like, we were doing stretches and stuff. He's like, man, like, it was just like making casual conversation. She's like, man, my back has been so tense. I like overnighted one of those massage guns. And then like he was like, you know, everyone like chuckled because he was speaking to the choir as a whole. And then the one guy who is like, as a climber myself, man, those things are awesome. And then like I heard him like mention 3 times other times that day that he works in a rock climbing gym.
Lit.
Like, if you do that, that's your whole personality. This is a stereotype I've heard, and it's just been confirmed. I'm sorry, if you're a boulderer, that's great for you. Is that what they're
called? Boulderers?
That's what I'm calling them.
Not climbers?
I call them boulderers.
Boulderers.
Yeah. If you're a boulderer, I respect you, and have fun with that. Just don't talk to me.
Please unsubscribe if you're a boulderer.
Well, don't unsubscribe. This isn't my channel.
And then if you unsubscribe, I can blame Darian.
Oh, no, don't do this.
Yeah.
He already hurts me too much.
Get on Stewart. Work, damn it. Work.
Make content for me, slave. Yes.
We need to feed the YouTube machine. The algorithm is hungry today.
Oh, fuck. I try to help keep your patrons happy, at least.
Yeah, sure. Still, I don't lose my smile as I start climbing up the hill on all fours. I'm out of sight of the town here, but I do wonder if the miners saw me coming. I didn't even look at the entrance. I know I need to be more careful, but I'm not exactly in my right mind right now. Coming away, anywhere.
There you go.
Anywhere near these parts of town is enough to make me look suspicious. Oh, I'm sorry. To make me look sus. Even before the murder.
Make me look like a sussy baka.
So I speed up my pace a little, practically prowling my way up the hillside until I'm next to the boulders. I look around for a place to sit. Then I just crouch there and appreciating everywhere from the time being. I even let myself think about how good my future looks.
Ooh.
Wow. I've wanted to get out of here since I got here. Yeah. And now I sort of have to leave. Maybe if things go right, I can ask Nick to go with me. I always hear they got more gold out there, even if the heyday is over. Nick might like that. As time passes in the queeriest of ways, I start to wonder if maybe I missed noon, but then, you think they like high-fived when they wrote that?
They're like, ah!
I actually laugh when it goes off. I wasn't too late, not at all. I lean my head against the boulder, just waiting for Nick to come along. I really want to see him. I want to talk to him.
That's so sweet.
I really talk to him and not let his need to look aloof bring the conversation up short. Maybe when we're walking through the mine. I glance up at the boulder and stare for a second as I see what I think are hands, a paws of a bunch of different creatures, or reaching out of the opening like a bouquet of flowers. I stare, then blink, and it goes away. That's fine.
But it doesn't go away.
It doesn't?
No.
No, but it doesn't go away. Okay. So I do the next thing I can, and that's just close my eyes again, enjoying the haze. Yeah, that's creepy. But I'd breathed in oriental medicine for several minutes, so who knows what the hell it can make you see. Hands reaching out of a fucking mine, I guess. I chuckle quietly to myself, wishing I could see the world this way all the time.
Ian is so sad that you are much more mindful of that and don't do it wrong anymore.
Will I, like, stop?
Yeah.
Stare at the word for a second and then say it.
Yeah.
There's, like, a noticeable pause.
Yeah. You say it very deliberately. Very, with a pause.
It's like I'm staring at the camera quickly.
Yeah, whatever. Just imagine, viewers, that whenever that happens, Josh is staring directly at you and saying the word before turning and resuming reading.
I am saying quickly or quietly directly to you.
Bringing directly to you.
Then I hear footsteps, and I perk up with excitement. But then I hear talking, so I keep crouched in case it's not Nick. But sure enough, I hear his voice rumble out, and that's finally when I stand up, only realizing the ghostly, reaching hands are gone when I'm staring through, yes, where they used to be. Yeah, hey Nick.
Well, Sam, what are you doing?
Well, after you went and left, I realized I didn't tell you a lot of things about the mines. What happened down there?
You mean about the crime?
I don't say anything, because I can see that someone's rustling around behind Nick.
I like his little helmet.
It's
cute. He's got a little ear hole cuts out, his little ears poke out. It's very good.
This is, he's ready.
He is.
I frown and stare, and Nick jumps aside, gesturing at whoever he brought along.
I wanted some assistance, so I brought Yao with me. He's very good with memorizing the mines, far better than I.
I frown deeper. The words I've been wanting to say to Nick getting caught in my throat. How am I gonna talk to Nick about what I saw with this guy around? There we go.
Oh, look at him.
Yeah, you can voice Yao.
Hello.
Hey, look at this little tiger fella.
I like him.
He's got little overalls.
It's a very good look.
He's got a little hat.
Like, sometimes I don't think I'm, like, into, like, tiger designs most of the time. But then there's, like, really good ones,
Oh, no, I'm a simp for tigers.
Oh, we know. But, like, I see this man, and I'm like, hello, sir. But then I think about fucking, what's the one Chinese... There's the three boys.
Oh, from Nekogishi.
Nekogishi.
You are not.
I don't much care about him.
You're not going to diss my man's Linhu.
I'm not dissing him. He just doesn't really.
That man can be as racist as he wants.
Just not really
he's
there.
Hot enough.
He's just not really there for me. I don't know. He's just a little much.
I like him a lot.
Okay, it's fine. You're allowed to. Absolutely. It's just like like Yao. Looks really good, but
I feel like if there's a tiger option, I almost always go for it by default.
Man,
I'm sitting there playing in case of emergency, and it's like, okay, we have this wolfy boy, this Kato boy. Here's a tiger, and I'm like, tiger.
Man, Moriyanatsu fucked you up.
No, it didn't.
Well, see, it didn't. It doesn't have a complete stranglehold on you because you didn't pick June from Tennis Ace. But I will say, reasonable.
Everyone's like, but Josh, that's the best written route, and I'm like, I'll never know.
You're like, you know what? That's nice. You can keep it.
You can have that. I saw the Kingdom Hearts t-shirt. Relationship over.
Ended.
The big cat takes my hand and gives it a firm, aggressive shake.
As a friend of Nikolai's, I trust you share in his will and purpose.
I raise my eyebrow. I barely make out the trace of an Eastern accent when Yao speaks. He speaks almost as clear as Nikolai does, but with some musical qualities. Hell, might even be better at putting words together than I can. But I'm still mulling over his introduction. Will and purpose?
He's not the minor, Yao. Oh. I apologize. I see that I have made presumptions.
It doesn't matter.
But with that topic breached, I suspect it is not mandatory for you to share in our trade to understand our obstacles in time. Obstacles he does not need to worry himself with. Obstacles he might find common in his own trade.
Not likely. But I can't tell him that.
Nope. I will remind you that such obstacles will be universal to everyone, to every chapter of labor in this country. Perhaps true. But he is only someone I want to help, not recruit. Very well. Let's move and be quick about this. We can talk as we walk.
The tiger motions for us to move away from the small cabin, settled next to an exterior quarry, more in the direction of a pathway up a hillside. My thoughts linger on Nick, telling this man that he wanted to help me. Excuse me, which seems more forward than normal for him. I smile a bit on the inside, but I try not to show it. He's talked about me before? The tiger, who seems lost in a thought, snaps his attention back to me.
Never.
Never? That makes more sense, considering Nick's privacy. But I can't help feeling a little sour now.
There are many bands of men in our company who I do not get to meet. Miners assigned to different foremen do not tend to see or speak to one another. 3 foremen are assigned to separate sites within the mine. I only have seen 2 of these higher-ups and have spoken to 1. The new young men who arrive from the trains tend to have bodies much like you do. At least in the beginning.
I don't much care for how he says that. You look like you take care of yourself. His physique might even be better than mine. It is better than yours.
Sorry, bud. Look at the thickness, though.
Sam.
His forearms are like twice yours. I have worked in engineering positions in many towns and in many places. Most importantly, I have been very fortunate.
But don't you live in Nick's bunkhouse?
I meant that I am still whole. And you are also very knowledgeable.
The tiger grunts.
But you know they do not like that. No, they do not.
I guess that means your bosses would love me.
A wit can be dangerous too, my friend.
That's fine.
Oh, hey, this looks familiar, huh?
Enter the hole.
This looks real familiar, huh?
Enter. Oh god, what animal do I want to say? We can enter the bear hole.
We already have a bear hole. It's already there. Pick another one.
You know, the bear hole's eternal.
It's a franchise.
Yeah.
It's a franchise club. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah. As we hit the top of the hill, the entrance of a mine shaft appears on the horizon.
0 dot.
I will stab you.
You want to play Horizon?
No.
I have it.
That game looks greasy.
What does that mean?
You know, you just look at the main character and go, oh, is she greasy?
She's a dirty, nature bitch, because that's just society.
Yeah. And thus my stance is still true. Is she greasy? That you can't say that's not an incorrect observation. And if that's your thing, that's your thing.
That's your thing.
I'm not gonna judge.
I mean, I like Aloy well enough. She's okay.
I said AOL.
AOL.
I like AOL.
I like AOL.
You know, I like when it goes.
For all you Zoomers out there who don't know what dial-up is, that's what Josh was referencing because he's a fucking old fart.
Oh my god! When Vesper played the AOL dial-up noise to May and she didn't recognize the sound, I'm like, oh no!
Yep.
We've crossed that line.
We've gotten there. It's pretty awful. I'm gonna be totally honest.
Like, I understood why she didn't know what a pager was. She was shown, like, the image of a pager and was like, what is this, an MP3 player?
We didn't use pagers.
No, that was on the way out. That was already out by the time we were born.
Absolutely.
Unfortunate. Rows of carts on tracks wheel out here, and several shapes trot out of the entrance. The tiger beckons us forward. An old-looking polecat sees us and gives us an apprehensive look and starts speaking in a language I don't understand. Yao speaks back in the language, crossing his arms. The polecat shrugs, shakes his head, and keeps pulling the cart full of chalky-looking rocks forward.
Come on.
I stare at the mouth of the mineshaft. It's much safer looking than the hole Jack had us use, but that doesn't make me feel better. It's still that horrible place with its horrible smell.
Sam, you can stay out here if you like. We can find what you're looking for. It's much safer for us to take a look than you.
I'm here. I'm going. Nick gives me a concerned look, but Yao's expression is quizzical.
We are not going deep enough for anything dangerous. A visitor will be safe under our guidance.
I just love that it looks like a normal-ass baseball cap. Like, it's just real funny to me. I'm just like, he's gonna go to the ball game. He's gonna get he's gonna get a hot dog.
He's gonna get
a hot dog.
Get himself a glizzy.
Yeah. Hot dog. Let's do the hot dog dance.
Hot dog.
Come inside. It's fun inside.
Come inside. Josh, please stop. No.
Did you ever have to watch an episode of Mickey Mouse Clubhouse? I've never seen an episode. I don't know what. That was a Disney Junior show I didn't watch.
It's not really all that worth watching, truthfully.
I've watched very few Disney Junior shows, actually. Like, I watched, like, a good chunk of Sophia the First, and I watched an embarrassing amount of The Lion Guard.
Of The Lion Guard? Yeah, but you've never been, like, a... Wait, no, Backyardigans was Nick, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Little Einsteins, was that Disney?
I didn't watch Little Einsteins, or, like, Miles of Tomorrow, or Jake and the Neverland Pirates. Like, I know that they exist.
Right.
You know, looking at the Disney brand and all that, but, like, I never watched any of them.
You can watch the new Star Wars kids show.
I see that's
that's kind of the equivalent.
That's a Disney Junior
Disney
thing.
Junior, yeah.
There's also, like, Moon Girl. She got a show. That looks
pretty... And the dinosaur?
Yeah, that looks junior skewing.
Yeah, but it looks pleasant enough to, like, look at.
Yeah.
You know?
I was like, okay, that's fun. That's fun enough. Maybe I'll like her this time.
Maybe. Here's your chance.
Right? That isn't true. I'm not letting Nick out of my sight down here. Just put one of the little backpack leashes on him.
Yeah, a really big one. I know you didn't watch SpongeBob, but he's the guy carrying on his back.
No. I won't let him be alone, looking for the money I dropped. The rush of air from the entrance of the mine shaft brushes through my fur. It always feels, to me, like caves are breathing at the entrance.
That would just be the difference in air pressure.
Yao leads us inside. What a man of science.
He really is.
Oh, do we get to...
Oh, end of a chapter 2.
Yeah, here's the big... Because now we're on Nikolai's actual... It was Samuel chapter 1. Yeah. So now we're on the Nikolai route, chapter 2. I like this one with the paw prints.
That's really
and
nice.
It's like... I don't know if it's intentional, but the first time I saw this, I thought it was like the city was on fire.
That's kind of cool. I like that.
Yeah. I also like how some of it's on the walls.
Yeah. Because, you know, he's around. Like...
Yeah, you know, you have, Like, I can probably say spoilers. The Echo podcast is here. It's on the channel, whatever. Like, it makes me think, like, is it supposed to imply Flynn? Right. You know, that monster?
Yeah.
Like...
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, it's neat. Actually, I love the chapter screens in this game. They're all great.
They're all very good.
Yeah.
All right. We doing it. Cool little background. Let's go.
Look at the escalator.
There's stairs. Shh, it's fine.
Don't worry, they're just escalators that have been turned off.
Yeah, manual escalators.
Manual escalators.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
The sloping ceiling in this part of the mine are much higher than I thought they would be, and patches of light seep through, exposing exposures in the ceiling. A raised wooden building with glass windows on a platform glows from the yellow light of the oil lanterns inside.
Menzel, our foreman, is stationed there. But he takes his lunch alone and does not commiserate or socialize with lower stations. What's wrong?
The windows. I just noticed that they are on every side of the structure.
He may see us. And if he does, he will see 3 shapes in work clothes moving in the dark. His belly is most important to him at this time. Let's go.
Okay. We see the silhouette of a man's head at a table against the yellow light as we creep by. He doesn't raise as we pass by. And Nick releases his breath when we turn a corner. We find an even larger room with a higher ceiling. 6 tunnels exit this huge room. In the middle of the room, there, I can see a dark chasm. There's a winch?
Mm-hmm.
Winch for operating an elevator, but the shaft goes so deep that I can't see much of anything past the chasm's surface. I sense a fear, and respect wash over me. A sense, yes. The same kind of feeling I get when I'm in church or somewhere very old. What's the fear of God in them? But I don't understand why I feel that here.
We go left here. The first tunnel.
I can't help but stare up again. The beams of light that penetrate this room make it feel more like a cathedral. Yes, cathedral.
Oh, okay.
Than a mine.
Okay.
And the sickle-shaped rock quietly drips in puddles. I haven't seen anything like this before. Yao turns around, as if confused, and beckons me with his paw.
Don't stand under the stalactites. The activity in the mines could dislodge them.
The what now?
Nikolai hems.
If the rock formation clings tightly to the ceiling, it is a stalactite. If the formation is on the floor, like a termite mound, it is a stalagmite.
I don't think I've ever needed to know this.
The badger shakes his head as if this is common knowledge.
SMH. But now you will never forget it.
Oh, I'll forget it tomorrow. Maybe Nick will be fine down here after all.
We do not have unlimited time. Please quicken the pace.
The light dims as we leave the larger room behind us, entering a more narrow tunnel. After 5 or so minutes of walking, I see the tiger's ears swivel in the dim light.
We turn right here.
Right where?
I gasp as the tiger takes a sudden right, disappearing into the wall. When I turn, I see there's a tunnel camouflaged by the side of the wall. I would have missed it entirely if not for the tiger.
How do you know this was here?
The airflow changes when it has more than one place to exit. It is not like the popping in your ears that you get when you climb the mountains. It feels more like wind.
The tunnel he leads us down has more natural lighting or torches, and the path is lined with rocks. All the light we have is from our own lamps and helmets. I grab Nick's sleeve, but I feel him flinch. He leans in close to me and whispers.
Everything is fine, Sam. Yao knows the way.
I'm whispering now too, struggling to find my words.
No it isn't. There are still things I haven't told you about. What happened down here?
Sam, most are scared of the mine at first. And a terrible thing happened to you down there. So I can only imagine how much worse it must be for you. But I have experienced terrible things in the dark too. And there are far more dangerous things than Jack. You're talking about Jack?
I am thrown by how good the tiger's stubby ears are. His little stubby ears.
Just want to take him and, like, do the rubby thing with them.
Terrible. Well, who isn't really? I smooth down the tufts of fur on my head while drips of water and faint pickaxe noises ring in the distance. I mean, of course, considering the accident and all.
I understand the necessities of your actions, and I am sympathetic.
I force out a laugh, and my echo draws out how strained it sounds. You know. I rub my face. You know. I can almost taste the venom in my words as they hiss out of my mouth. How dare he tell? Doesn't he care at all about what could happen to me?
Before you vocalize your grievance, it was I who insisted on knowing your circumstance. I will not dig in the dirt on my lunch break, searching for somebody else's money, without there being a good reason.
And what was such a reason? Pray tell. The tiger stops walking and turns to look at me.
Jack was the reason. Nick and I both lived with him for over a year.
There's an edge in his voice. Did he say over a year? Was everything Jack told me about himself a lie? Who was Jack, really?
He wronged so many, and I will not let him wrong another.
The heat in my face is cooling off, and I feel momentarily a little embarrassed with myself. Sounds like you didn't like him. I heard the tiger inhale.
I do not wish to speak ill of the dead, but Jack was an unethical drunk who substituted earnesty for wit, and could only communicate with playful overfamiliarity.
My cheeks are burning now. How come I was the only one who was fooled by Jack?
His head was full of dreams, and he boasted grand promises. But he had no imagination for procedure or plan. In truth, he disdained them. I do not wish to know how he endured for as long as he did. But it does not surprise me that a man such as he perished in a place such as this, where merely standing in the wrong place or breathing in the wrong fumes could make any day your last day.
Yao's voice lowers to a whisper, too.
So I am sorry that he forced your hand. But I only think you were fortunate enough to be caught in his inevitable trajectory. Unfortunate enough.
Mm-hmm. He turns away from me, leading with the lantern in his hand, and I'm just dizzy with self-disgust.
We're here.
Cool. Alright. We'll end the part here, everyone.
Okie dokie.
So we will see you around.